There are times in the ER where over half the patients have mental health issues or are on a substance that may lead to unexpected violence. And this is a problem that's growing worse and worse. And there are a multitude of reasons that we're going to continue to uncover. Joining us now to weigh in studio is the founder of Nurses Against Violence Unite Incorporated, Dr. Sandy Risoldi. Sandy, you are on the front lines of this as well, and unfortunately, in your experience, Randee's story, and in my own, is not uncommon. Can you talk about how familiar these types of stories are to you?
It is very common. It is absolutely common. I see it all the time. I see nurses getting hit for no reason. I see them getting yelled at, spit on, their hair pulled. I see people getting punched, kicked, and even I've seen a knife being pulled out on a nurse.
So, Dr. Risoldi, it feels like the incidence of these types of attacks have gone up, but it also feels like because of legislative changes, nurses are in a particularly vulnerable position. I know Dr. Stork mentioned it in the opening that many nurses don't report this because they're afraid of retribution. What defenses do healthcare workers now have if they are assaulted in the ER where they don't have to worry about reporting to their employers?
Well, there is nothing. I am from Florida. We're really just out there with nothing. So the ER, they more times than not, and I'm sure Randee will agree, they get trained in like some sort of like techniques to help protect them. Now, if you by chance like go up an inch, the facility has you on camera and they dismiss you, and that's your retaliation. Good luck, we're not going to cover you because you look like you were hitting the patient, even though you're blocking.
And this is a big problem because of the evolution. And here's the beauty and the curse is that more and more patient protections are in place, which is good. But the reality is that you can be in the ER and be physically attacked. And if you try to protect yourself, there are really no protections for you. There are a lot of protections in place for the patient. And the reality is times have changed. From when I first started practicing, if someone was attempting to beat up anyone in the ER, it was all hands on deck to help protect everyone. But nowadays, there is a hesitancy, and unfortunately, if there's only one security officer and they're 3 floors away, everyone's a little bit afraid in terms of what to do.
To the reality of that situation, because California passed a law last year that covers workplace violence for healthcare workers. Therefore, we have to be compliant in the sense that they have to provide us self-defense training. So learning self-defense in a 4-hour class once a year and then going into the reality of a patient's room when they're swinging at you are two completely different things. And a 4-hour class of self-defense isn't going to protect us.
And also, if you self-defend in the wrong way, it's on camera and you know, it's, wait a minute, was that self-defense or was that assault?
And a lot of these patients who probably should be restrained, they're not being restrained because people are reluctant of the medical legal issues that are going to come from that.